Kyler Murray is the most disrespected quarterback in the NFL. At one point, some people thought Kyler Murray was arguably going to be the face of the league. Despite him being 5'10" and 207 coming out of Oklahoma, it didn't matter to anyone. Some people even thought he was 5'8", which isn't true. There's proof right here. Anyways, his skills would overshine him being small. Kyler Murray was recorded as one of the best, if not the best, high school football player of all time.
If you're a Texas high school football fan and have not heard of Kyler Murray, I'm sorry, but you're not a Texas high school football fan. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray was destined to be great from the start. He finished 42-0 in high school and won 3 straight championships at the highest level. He would then commit to Oklahoma and continue to still be great, alongside playing with CeeDee Lamb and Hollywood Brown. He would ball out and win the Heisman over Dwayne Haskins and Tua, who were also icons in college. He was selected first overall by the Arizona Cardinals in the 2019 NFL Draft. He was already put in a bad situation because the Arizona Cardinals were terrible at the time, and he had to replace the previous first-round quarterback that was picked the previous year, Josh Rosen, who was terrible. His best receiver was like a 34-year-old Larry Fitzgerald, and surrounded by a bunch of practice squad players, and still won Rookie of the Year. He managed to win Rookie of the Year over guys like Josh Jacobs, Hollywood Brown, A.J. Brown, and Deebo Samuel. Kyler Murray lived up to the hype his rookie year. Although his team wasn't very great, he still held his ground every game, and it looked like he had a lot of potential towards the future. At this time in 2019, his rookie year, he was actually well respected, loved by everyone, the league, players, fans, everybody. He was able to put himself in good situations, although he had a shitty team. Towards the offseason in 2020, the Cardinals would make some moves, desperately in need of a wide receiver one, a true wide receiver one, a big wideout, a target, and they got DeAndre Hopkins. This broke the internet, as if DeAndre Hopkins would get traded for David Johnson. DeAndre Hopkins would be a perfect receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, not only scheme-wise, but just the type of receiver he was. The Cardinals were in need of a hands type of receiver, and we would see this during the next season moving on to 2020. In 2020, the Arizona Cardinals would play San Francisco 49ers, and DeAndre Hopkins would go crazy and have 14 receptions for 151 yards. All those targets thrown by Kyler Murray. This was a close game, and Kyler Murray showed that with actual weapons and a target, he can actually win and do something. He led the Cardinals in a win 20-24. Chase Edmonds, Kenyon Drake would also have a fantastic year that year. The Cardinals defense was good too. Everything was good. It was going solid by far, except the coaches. The Arizona Cardinals would finish at 8-8, sadly, because they were predicted to make the playoffs and had a better schedule. They lost to the Rams to go to the playoffs that year. Despite that, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins showed that they had a great connection. Kyler Murray would throw him a lot of touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins would get open and were able to make multiple great plays. At this time, Kyler Murray was still loved by everyone, but not quite everyone. Some people started to blame Kyler Murray for the Cardinals choking that year and going from 6-3 to 8-8. This gave the Kyler Murray haters a reason to finally say something bad about him and give other people a reason to hate, which is crazy because at this time, people were putting Kyler Murray in their top 10 and even higher, around top 7-8. People would call him the next Russell Wilson. During the 2020 season, the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray especially showed that they had a great future. They showed that there were threats and had potential. During the offseason, the Arizona Cardinals would make even bigger moves and sign bigger names like JJ Watt, AJ Green, and much more. 2021 season, the Arizona Cardinals would play the Titans week 1 and absolutely destroy them. 38-13 when Kyler Murray would throw 4 touchdowns and 289 yards. I mean, just watch the highlights for yourself. Kyler Murray was going crazy. He was running out of the pocket. Kyler Murray was making top 5 quarterback plays this whole game. Kyler Murray really had a great start off that year. He had actual weapons, and Cliff was somewhat doing a decent job most of the time. Kyler Murray led the Cardinals to 7-0 and was an MVP candidate. He was literally an MVP candidate and was ranked like the best quarterback from week 1 to mid-season. Kyler Murray was actually getting the respect he deserved at this time, and people were putting him as their top QBs at the time. But then eventually, he started getting hurt, and his teammates. This is also when Call of Duty would come out, and these were all the Call of Duty jokes for Kyler Murray would all start. He would stream every once in a while, and all the fans would say that he doesn't watch film and would always play Call of Duty. Kyler Murray would eventually heal up and come back for the playoffs. But his star receiver, the other best player, DeAndre Hopkins, would be ruled out due to a knee injury, and the Cardinals would put up a horrible performance. The Cardinals looked like they didn't know what they were doing out there. It was on both coaches and the players. Kyler Murray wouldn't have good connection with his receivers, throwing to them, and neither of them looked like they even wanted to win and catch the ball. The Cardinals didn't have a leader. There were just a bunch of young guys who went out in the playoffs and played inexperienced Rams who went out and won the Super Bowl that whole season. Kyler Murray would then throw the shortest pick six in NFL history, and Kyler Murray would get blamed for this loss. Everybody started hating on Kyler Murray after this game. People would say he choked, he's a regular season guy, and that he was a fluke. People called him all types of things, which was crazy because if you turn on the tape, he was holding his ground. His O-line and receivers were part of the problem, the main problem. They were the ones not executing. The Call of Duty memes and jokes skyrocketed after this. People were saying that he was playing too much Call of Duty and that he needs to watch more film. Moving on to the next year, the Cardinals would lose some stars but get some players. They would get Hollywood Brown, and D-Hop would get suspended for 7 games. The Cardinals underperformed on what they were actually expected to and finished off 4-13, being terrible compared to the year before. This is when people would find more reasons to hate on Kyler Murray. We would see him and Cliff Kingsbury argue on the sidelines.
Barking his way over to the sideline.
Murray had a lot of that energy last week against Seattle, where he would be frustrated. You can see it right there. I think that's the buildup of a number of weeks. This offense has been struggling.
They don't score an offensive touchdown unless Hopkins comes in to try to calm them down. Stuff happens, as we know.
And people were saying that Kyler Murray was uncoachable and unmanageable. After Kyler Murray's playoff performance and him arguing with the coaches, this is when people would start dropping him from their rankings. He would go from talked about to being top 6, 7, 8 QB in the league to people putting him at top 15, maybe even 20. After DeAndre Hopkins' suspension, we would also see them on NFL Hard Knocks when they were playing the Seattle Seahawks and failed to execute on a 3rd down, and Kyler Murray would start arguing with DeAndre Hopkins.
6-yard game, but it's 4th down. The Cardinals will punt. Not pretty.
Warren, what you looking at, bro? What you see? Bro, you right there, you at the scene? When you at the scene on the ticket? Bro, come on, bro. That shit wide open. Hey, offense, let's go. Let's go. Offense, let's go. Offense, let's go. I'm trying to win. That's good. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. I'm the first down. Listen, same deal. Nothing they're doing, right? It's us. Nothing they're doing.
And people would say that he's emotional all over again and that Kyler Murray has an attitude. Attitude was a key word that people would always use talking about Kyler Murray. They would say that he had a bad attitude and wasn't a great leader. He would always make faces and have bad body language when he would fail to execute a play and would quote unquote blame his teammates. But most of the time it was justified and that he was in the right. And this is a pretty dumb take because we see QBs react like this all the time. But when Kyler Murray does it, all of a sudden it's he has an attitude or he's this. This same year, Kyler Murray would be interviewed on a press conference and he would say that schematically we are and this pissed a lot of people off. This just made him get hated on more and more. I honestly think that people are exaggerating and that people talk bad about certain situations all the time. He was clearly hinting that him and Cliff Kingsbury weren't seeing eye to eye and that they needed a new scheme.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't for Hop, actually. Schematically, I mean, we were kind of fucked.
Kyler Murray would then tear his ACL against the New England Patriots on December 12th at week 14. After this injury, for some reason, everyone just forgot about Kyler Murray. This is usually common whenever people get injured. They forget how good the player is. And after this, Kyler Murray would go from being put into a top 10 QB conversation to top 15 and 20 permanently. He would then be sidelined until half of the 2023 season. Then some drama would spark up with him and the Cardinals contract-wise. The Cardinals planned on paying Kyler Murray a lot of money, but he thought he was worth more and wanted to get paid $230 million. But the problem was he hasn't proved he was worth that much yet. Kyler Murray would then come back after Joshua Dobbs made the Cardinals already terrible, and Kyler Murray would start winning them games. He put the Cardinals into a top 10 offense after he came back from his ACL injury, which not many QBs can say or do. Moving on to the next season in 2024, the Arizona Cardinals would start off hot. They were 6-4, and Kyler Murray was playing like a top 5 quarterback, but people just didn't want to accept that he was putting a performance. Sadly, Kyler Murray choked, and the Cardinals ended up not having the season they should have had, and Kyler Murray just didn't execute that well. Kyler Murray would never be looked at the same and would be hated more than supported by everyone in the media. And this is how Kyler Murray became the most hated quarterback in the NFL. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what I should make next. Show some love and sub to the channel.